I hear a voice in the ether.
Get back.
I hear a surge in the ether, but it's really low.
No. Louder, Serge, louder. We need you.
What? Can you hear me?
There we go.
Hey,
All right.
Yeah.
it can be heard.
Wait, what happened to the stream? All
I
right,
just took it
guys.
off. And we're gonna start the MCUs. How you doing, sir?
All right. Just got back from the hospital a while ago.
You
Everything
okay?
okay?
It turns out I was having anxiety attacks for like since Friday,
Oof.
and I had a chest pain since Friday.
Uh huh.
And yeah, I went today, thought it was a heart attack. So they did like a EKG. And they're
Holy
like,
shit.
nah, your heart's fine. But we're still gonna do some blood work. But they're just asking a bunch of questions, and they're like, oh, sounds like anxiety or panic attacks. And I'm like, since Friday, and they're like, yup.
Holy fuck.
Like, all right. And I was like, well, as long as my heart is fine, I guess. They're like, yeah, but you still need to fix all this other stuff.
Wait, but the heart's fine, right? Yeah. All right. We'll deal with the rest later.
As long as you're feeling okay now.
Everything else I'll just keep bottled up.
It's the Latin way.
Yeah. I mean, talk about my feelings?
Nah.
Why would I do that? Well, sorry to hear that,
This
sir.
economy?
Well, at least you're doing better than before, and hope you get even more betters. No, you know what I mean? Let's see, just preparing for Iron Man Tress. So, as we've been doing the previous 5-6 weeks, we've been doing MCU, ranking the MCU, and let's just go see that little list real quick, just
bring that back up.
Yeah, just see how it looks.
Oh, cheat.
Bamboozled. Go right here. Wrong one. Actually, this one. Bam. And this is how we have the list right now, from 1 to 6, going from 6 to 1. Got the Incredible Hulk at number 6, and number 5, Thor, and number 4, Iron Man 2, and number 3, Captain America, and number 2, Iron Man, and number 1, The Avengers. Dun-dun-dun, 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 dun-dun-dun. What a fantastic theme song Iron Man 3 had, huh?
Just.
Oh, here we go. Iron Man 3, starring Chapoy Percy, Robert Downey Jr.
But Slunk, did he watch it?
Slunk watched. He left the scores in the chat.
Yeah.
In Discord. And but you're gonna be joining us as well, sir. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I am saying?
Yeah.
Some shitty ass Iron Man 3.
Yeah, you're gonna join us on one of the worst ones. So Iron Man 3 released in April 14, 2013. The budget of $200 million, and it made $1.2 billion, guys.
It made how much?
$1.2 billion. Remember, this is after the success of the Avengers.
This is when the beginning of the old switcheroo, and we all started getting crappy again.
This is the beginning of Phase 2, I think.
Phase 2, baby.
Phase 2, the worst phase of them all.
Whoa! We just passed out through. We just struggled through Phase 1, all right. Running at 131 minutes, just over 2 hours. Didn't feel that way. It felt longer.
It feel.
And produced by Kevin Feige. It's Serge's boy right there. Directed by Shane Black. I have to double check what Shane Black did.
Let you know right now.
Yeah, because he did Lethal Weapon, The Monster Squad, Last Boy Scout, Last Action Hero. Yeah.
Oh, you did that too?
hmm
Notable work, yeah. Long Kiss Goodnight, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang,
Bang, bang.
The Nice Guys, and The Predator.
No, he was in. Oh, he did the Predator, but he was in Predator. Hmm.
Hmm.
All right.
Directing.
So, Percy, we'll start with you. How did you feel about Iron Man 3 before watching this? And
Okay, so before watching it, I had basically, I guess, erased most of it from my memory. I remember it being bad, but just I guess chose to forget most of it, and then rewatching, I'm like, oh, that's right. This is why I hated you. It just reconfirmed that how much I hated this film.
uh, so watching it again, you're like, that's it, and I hate you again.
Oh yeah, like all those feelings of hate just came
All
back. I'm like,
came back.
"Ugh,
How about you?
ugh."
How about you, Serge? Before and after watching it.
I just felt like I was being punished. Like I wanted to join in, but I should have just waited after this one.
You could have done one more. You could have came out in Avengers. Could have done. Well, you're gonna go through a nice little terribleness because future spoilers. Next movie is Thor 2.
Dude,
Alright.
I have completely blacked out that movie from my memory. I don't remember what goes on besides they have the red Infinity Stone. That's it.
Things happen in that movie, man. It's very important to the whole MCU. You know,
Does Hemsworth still have his
his blonde
black
brows.
eyebrows?
Blonde eyebrows?
The blonde brows?
The brown, it's so weird. I hope not, but we'll
Wait.
find out.
He didn't have them in Avengers, did he? Like they were like lighter brown or at least lighter blonde.
Yeah, it looked like he had hair, not like the weird look of no eyebrows.
All right, you guys ready? Ready to go through the plot?
Not really, but
All right, here we go. So we started with "I'm blue. If I was green, I would die. If I was green, I would die." It's Y2K time. Chris Jericho's about to debut in a couple of months because of Y2K. Everyone, remember the panic of Y2K?
I remember.
Did you guys do anything to prep for it?
The only thing we did was we filled up like a big dumbo for water
Yeah,
because
fill the
like,
water.
yeah, fill water just in case, like if the power goes out, something goes out, at least we have water for a couple days. That's pretty. I think maybe some like tuna fish, like but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. All we
Tuna
did was
fish.
just fill up the water.
What do you say?
Nah.
None of that. So we start off in Switzerland. And we have Tony Stark talking up to some hot chick. He talked to some dude who looked like he's Asian, probably Chinese. Like, huh? Is that gonna be Mandarin? Huh? Huh? Maybe it is. Maybe it won't be. Huh? And then he guys starts talking to Killian, who looks like shit. He looks like all this crazy long hair. He looks all fucked up. They start talking, going into the elevator, and he's all excited to meet Tony Stark. And Tony's like, "Yeah, fuck off. I'll meet you on the roof in a bit." Leaves his ass up there, and then goes and chills with the hot girl, the hot reporter chick. No, hot scientist chick.
Botanist.
Of course.
Botanist. That's what he did, you know.
It's old Tony. It's old Tony. This
It was
when
a-
he was a dick and didn't care and just sticking to anyone.
It was the style of the time, you know. So they get to talking. She's making explosive plans for some reason. It blows up, and then Happy goes and tries to save
Tony.
Tony. Hey, is this it? Is this Y2K? Is it happening? Like, no, it's just a plant exploding. You're fine. But she just, well, I don't even understand what she was trying to do. Yeah, you guys remember at all or no?
There's a lot of things that don't make sense in this film. Something about it would regenerate
Yeah,
some shit, but it would fuck up and make you explode.
What the extremist thing?
Yeah, but how did she explain it when it was with the plant?
I don't remember.
Let's see. The wiki says Maya Hansen, the inventor of an experimental regenerative treatment named Extremis that allows recovery from crippling injuries. Is that what she said in the beginning? I just
I
thought
think
plants
that's what she said at the beginning.
I thought just plants were just regrowing. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then boom, it just explodes. But anyway, fast forward to present day. This is after the events that happened at the Avengers. And then we get the Mandarin. He just talks like this a lot. And he says words like this. And he just pauses and elevates his voice and then comes back down for a bit.
Pretty good.
He's over here. He's claiming to be a terrorist named the Mandarin. And everyone's like, who's the Mandarin? What's going on? Why is he doing this? Why are all these things exploding? You see all these newscasters doing all these news pieces. And the president responds with changing War Machine into everyone's favorite, Percy. Everyone's favorite. What's his name? What's his name?
The Iron Patriot.
Yeah, everyone loves Iron Patriot.
Ooh.
It tested well.
that suit has such a better story somewhere else. And when I saw it here, I was like, what are they doing?
Like the actual Iron Patriot in the comics?
Yeah, so that suit is used by Norman Osborn when he's the
The
leader
fuck?
of the Avengers. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
nah.
he becomes the Iron Patriot.
But not here. Right here is used for Don Cheadle to protect America, baby.
Yeah, and the way they just like, all right, here, like, all right, man. Like,
Hey.
this is
It's-
like, oh,
but
man, this movie sucks.
But it's interesting, like in the movie, it's making fun that it's being called Iron Patriot. It's like they know it's a dumb name to call it instead of War Machine.
Yeah, this is like, even though like I know a lot about the comics book, but there's like certain things that they have like so much cool stuff, and then like they just made a joke out of it, and it's kind of like, all right.
Like what?
It's insulting to the people that read the comics. Like, nerds. Here to make fun
And
of you. Like,
And I think over time they gotten better about that because, you know, like the Mandarin here, the big twist of the stupid director was like, oh, it's this white dude, right? So they got so upset about that, where people were like, oh, that's just fucking stupid. Like, why would you do that to, like, you know, one of Iron Man's like main villains? And so they tried to, you know, fix that by saying, oh, he was an actor, or, you know, like they did the jail thing where he meets the other guy and then, well, we see him later, you know. So they're trying to fix that.
Bryce doesn't know that.
So they're trying to fix all that stuff, but yeah, like this movie was just like, oh man, like it just felt like they had to make an Iron Man 3 movie, and they just tossed a bunch of things together, and this was that.
And it made $1.2 billion, motherfuckers.
Dude, so is this one and then Thor 2? What was the third one after this?
Let's see.
what was it? Was it Winter Soldier?
Are we there already?
I don't think it was Winter Soldier.
No, it's not Winter Soldier. No. What is it?
I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out later.
That's future proofing, you know.
Oh,
But
but I
now-
was gonna say,
Go for it.
I think the 3 movies after Avengers fucking sucked ass. So it's this one and then Thor 2, and it's like it's just like, I don't know, man.
You
Like,
came in at the best time.
I remember watching those movies and then completely forgetting about them. It like they didn't even matter.
It's so good. It's so. I love that this is when Serge comes in. So let's see. Back to the plot. We have Mandarin did all that shit talking, and then Iron Patriot, and then we get Rhodes and Tony at some beach place talking about. He like, really? You guys called it Iron Patriot? He's like, it tested well. Rhodes is trying to defend it. And I will say, I did like I forgot Rhodes. I liked him more in this movie than I did in the previous one. Yeah, I liked him more in this one.
He finally settled into the role.
Yeah, when it just seemed like he was having fun, you know, like when he was like off, like later on, and when he's doing like all the spice shit and fucking taking out the light and shit and having a good time with Tony. Like
Yeah.
it was a good time compared to Iron Man 2. Even though he was supposed to be in Avengers, but what the fuck? Where was he? You know, like, how come War Machine doesn't show up in Avengers? He's like, there's no time for him. There's no place. So they're both having that conversation about Iron Patriot, and then these kiddos show up and they want an autograph, and they're like, out of nowhere, fucking little kid just becomes all creepy like, and I guess and Tony said like, how did you get out the wormhole? like what? Then Tony has a pretty much like a panic attack, and he goes off into the suit and goes, ask Jarvis, did I get poisoned? What's that? What's going on with me? Like, no, everything's fine. It just seems like you're having a panic attack. He's like, you sure? You sure about that? Like, yeah. And then he's like, Rose is trying to ask him like, this isn't a good look. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. And just takes off. Boom. He's like, for no reason. Like, I can't be here. I'm gone. I don't want to be here no more. It's from there. Where does it go? You guys remember?
So sure. Don't remember.
I think at this point it jumps over to Stark Industries, and Pepper is in there talking to Killian, and they had that whole scene with the three little balls that he throws on the ground, and it shows the universe, and in his brain, and he goes, "Look."
All right, another thing. So this character is supposed to be leading some big organization like Hydra called AIM,
Yeah.
and then he's just like this, like, all right, and then you never see him again. That was it.
The way I
Like,
understood
no
him, like I saw him as like, sorry, I saw him as like another like Tony Stark, like a guy
Yeah,
that makes weapons.
Yeah, that's what he's supposed to be.
Supposed to be.
So he just makes weapons and then disappears. So he's right there, what, just showing off his big brain to Pepper. And oh yeah, Happy gets a job being head of security. He's like, badge, motherfucker. And I like Happy a lot more in this one too. Like, he was okay in Iron Man 2, but in this one he was actually a plot point, you know. Happy's over here asking for badges, and he sees Pepper's gonna have the alone time with Killian, and he calls up Tony, and like, hey, make sure you check up on your girl, you know. You're gonna lose her if you don't do something about it. And Killian's off explaining the brain, how he's like zooming into his brain and saying, right here, you see this empty area? The brain wants to change. It wants to be the X-Men, and this is where we're gonna do it right here. If we do something with the brain right here, we're all gonna be superhumans. And that's when Pepper's like, nah, fuck that. We don't deal with this shit no more. We don't build weapons anymore. Tony said we don't do that. And he's like, yeah, fuck Tony. This is your company. Do what you want. And she's all like, is she attracted to him at this point? Because she gets like all flustered when.
Yeah, that was weird. Like when they walk out, like, and she leaves and Happy like asks her something, she gets like all like flushed. I'm like, did you fall for him? Like not fall for him, like, but just like
just a weird like attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
That was weird.
And she starts going to the Malibu house, and there's a big bunny outside, which those jokes never landed for me. The big bunny.
Yeah, same here.
Every time they brought it up or talked about it, I was like,
so fucking stupid.
So yeah, Tony bought this big ass bunny as a Christmas gift for Pepper, and gives on getting brought up every once in a while. Look, and he keeps on bringing it up, like going back to the bunny. You like it, right? Did you like it? Like, yeah, see, I know you didn't like it, or shit like that. So yeah, she shows up at the house, and the Iron Man suit's right there waiting for her, and the Iron Man suit starts massaging her, which is starting to get a little weird. She wants to kiss him. He's like, just raise up your helmet, raise up get that facelift. And she's like, maybe just beep, boop, boop, boop. Like, it starts making noises. Oh, it's not working. You can't open it. And she's like, what if I go get a crowbar from downstairs? Oh yeah, go get a crowbar. Oh no, don't go downstairs. And just him working out downstairs. Like, I thought he was gonna be like working on something important. It's just him working out because he was already waiting for her, and he ate without her.
Yep, you never do that. You eat like a little snack without them knowing you eat a snack, but you wait. That, like, God, Tony, you need some practice, man. I know you used to be a playboy, who didn't care, but man, like you gotta learn how to keep a relationship, man.
So at this point, he tells her that yeah, he's been going through some shit ever since the Avengers. I'm not the same as I used to be, having panic attacks and then anxiety disorders and all these things. And oh yeah, we got to go back to Happy. There was also a guy that Killian brought who was all like disheveled and fucking
Yeah,
just
fucking tie super loose and
sprawled out on the couch, fucking just flipping through magazines, showing off his badge to Happy. And Happy's like, there's something off about this guy. I don't know. I'm gonna follow him. So he ends up following him to the Chinese theater, and he meets up with some dude there. The I'm gonna call him main crony number 1 because I don't remember his name, but he ends up following him there, and he meets up with some other dude who's all like tweaked out. He's like, "Are you stable? Hey, can you handle it?" "Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I can handle it." And he hands him off a briefcase. Happy sees this and he's like, He bumps into it, takes one of the things from the briefcase. Were these the shots, or what were these? What were these things that they were handing off to each other?
It contained whatever the extremist thing had, but I don't get it. I thought they have to like reload every couple hours, or
I don't know if it was like to reload or to like stabilize, or I'm not sure. But whatever, they bumped into each other, and Happy got one of these things.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in the film that doesn't make sense.
and the main crony number 1 is like, "Hey, what's up, Happy? You here to see what chick flick?" "Yeah, I'm here with your girlfriend," or something like that. Yeah. And out of nowhere, the junkie just starts screaming for help, and then it blows up and fucks up Happy. Happy ends up in the hospital, and Tony's there is all sad by Happy. He's not supposed to be in the hospital, goddammit. Happy never belongs in the hospital. He tells the nurse, like, turn on Downton Abbey. He thinks it's elegant or some shit. I remember what it says.
Like fancy.
He thinks it's fancy. So Tony's all pissed off. I think this is when the Mandarin comes in. Mandarin broadcast part 2. He's like, something about fortune cookies. He's like,
yeah, that it was it's like it represents America because it's hollow and
the fortune cookie is represented by America. It's American thing that was brought by Americans. Fake on the inside and fake on the outside, or something.
Some shit like that.
It made sense when he said it, but I just don't remember what he said. He said all these things, and he's like, just that's when he blew up the Chinese theater because it's fake on the outside as well.
Like a fortune cookie.
Like a fortune cookie. So after this, everyone's like surrounding Tony. I forgot who he was leaving, but all these reporters and people were around Tony, and they're like, "Hey," one random dude, "Hey, when are you gonna kill when the Mandarin?" He's like, "Listen, motherfucker, Mandarin, if you got any balls, I live right here. Come at me. You fucked up my homie, I'm gonna fuck you up." It's on site, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Then he slaps away the phone.
All angry, like, dude, what the fuck? My phone, it's my livelihood.
Yeah, what the? Yeah, just slaps that shit away. Bill me. Ends up going back to the house, and that's when he starts investigating the bombing, and he does a bunch of Sherlock Holmes shit, and finds out that there was another bombing somewhere in Tennessee that just like the ones from this one, but it's not like the Mandarins. The Mandarin didn't do this one. He didn't claim this one. So I was just like, all right. A bunch of things like happening right there, and I'm like, you say so. Jarvis said, all right, I'm gonna create a flight plan for this, and for some reason that's gonna be we're gonna go there later.
Yeah, like it's all right. So you already planned that, and that's where you're gonna end up. What a coincidence! How neatly wrapped up.
How convenient.
When this is happening, we get a ding dong at the front door, and it's the same botanist from the beginning. And they had a nice little funny thing where he's acting like he doesn't remember who she was, but he remembers. And he asks, like, you're not going to have, like, a little 12-year-old boy outside, right? Like, I'm not going to have a kid, right?
No, 13-year-old.
I thought she was okay. She was funny.
Yeah, she wasn't bad. That was funny.
And then she's looking at the TV, and there's like a missile coming out of nowhere. Shit starts to blow up. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Iron Man's been injecting himself with all this shit. He's been making all these suits and everything. The one that was waiting for her is like Mark 42 at this point.
Yeah.
By the end of Iron Man 2 was like Mark 3, Mark 4.
Yeah. So all the suits is supposed to represent him like not being able to concentrate on anything else because of his anxiety and PTSD. So he creates all these suits.
Yeah.
Like when he's an alcoholic in the comics.
It's like, we can't make him an alcoholic, so let's just make him build suits.
And be sleep deprived.
That's when I was like, oh yeah, it is Disney. They wouldn't allow that.
Of course not.
And because of like him making these suits so fast, like they all suck. They're all fucking terrible. They all look cool,
Garbage.
but they all like fall apart easily.
A lot of assembly required.
But yeah, there was a whole scene of him like getting suited up for the first time after putting on all these things. Skip the one where the part where he had like nightmares and almost like choked out Pepper. That was pretty crazy.
Bitch.
The
suit was jealous, like he's spending our time with her.
Yeah, because he was injecting his things into his veins, into his arm to control the Iron Man suit so they could just come to him.
You know what's funny is that they're like, oh, we can't make him an alcoholic. All right, so we're gonna have him shoot up some shit. Like, yeah, needles and shit. Shoot up. Stupid.
But going back to the explosions, this is when Tony just starts throwing all the pieces of the Iron Man suit onto Pepper, right? And she starts controlling the Iron Man suit because she saves what's her name, the botanist, which makes me wonder later, when Rhodes was like, "Hey, give me a suit. How come I'm ready?" And he's like, just stands there waiting for a suit. Well, it's only built for me, you know. Like, fuck you, Tony. We're in a life or death situation. Give your homie a suit.
Like, nah, it won't fit you, dog.
It doesn't come in your size. I didn't think about that till right now, because he throws pretty much the suit at her to save her, and then she goes and saves the girl. But nonetheless, the explosions happen, and then she saves her, and then he gets like another suit and gets thrown underwater, and he starts drowning, and he like passes out, and then he's in the sky. 5% juice left, crashes in Tennessee. All that shit happens so fast.
Wait, you forgot about the yell from Pepper. Tony.
That was a good yell. She missed, man. She thought he was dead. Everyone thinks everyone's dead. This whole movie's about Tony trying to save Pepper. You're safe here. You're safe here at the house. Okay, no, we gotta go. Terrorists are coming that I invited here for some reason.
By the way, too, like how easily did that missile get through? Like, wouldn't the U.S. already be on fucking high alert because the aliens that fucking attacked New York?
Nah.
No, don't you think the weapons dealer will have something to deal with missiles in his own home?
That's right. He should fucking have anti-air missiles.
Remember when the ding dong happened, he was like, "Jarvis, what the fuck? We're still in like a ding dong protocol. We don't have all this shit set up. I invited a terrorist over." And he's like, "I can't do everything." Jarvis, that's what you're here for. You're here to do everything.
Oh, they covered that plot hole very neatly. What a coincidence that the instant where they're gonna attack his house, the security system's down.
How convenient.
Not even down. It just wasn't turned on. It's like,
yeah, like, oh, it completely turned this shit off. Like, all right.
Yeah, so he crashes in Tennessee. He's like, "What the fuck? I didn't tell you to do this shit." Yeah, well, I made a flight plan. And yeah, but I didn't tell you to... All right, I'm off. Jarvis is gone. And Tony did sound a little sad about this. Like, "No, Jarvis, don't leave me. Don't go."
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, he shuts down. Ends up calling Pepper, telling her that she's alive, that he's alive, using Stark encrypted phone calls. I thought that was ridiculous.
You can do that, but you can't protect your house. Attack.
Yeah,
and wouldn't it be reinforced? Wouldn't you think everything would be reinforced too? Seeing that you have an Iron Man suit, like after you broke shit the first time,
and leave with a fucking dead suit of all the fucking suits.
I know. The fucking
And
most broken one.
God. So
fucking stupid.
he's lugging this thing around. He ends up meeting up with this little kid with a potato gun, and he said you have a long barrel and it's gonna fuck up your BPMs or whatever the fuck he was saying, and he just shoots his one shot.
Oh,
Come on, kid.
Iron Lad.
Iron Lad. Iron Kid.
No, that's really Iron Lad. He's
That's
gonna
his
be
real
Iron
name?
Lad. Yeah, they show he's the same actor that comes out in his funeral.
Shh, Future Brothers.
Man, everybody's seen the movie. We're just rewatching them. Yeah, but he's supposed to be Iron Lad, or going to be Iron Lad. But I don't know anymore because now they have Ironheart coming out in the Panthers movie.
Yeah, Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, so, or maybe they'll have both. But to have two, well, they had War Machine and Iron Man.
Yeah, when the hell is War Machine gonna meet Iron Lad?
Well, they could probably. Oh wait, all right. I was gonna say something.
Oh.
Percy, aren't they gonna do the Armor Wars?
I don't think they are.
No,
No.
because then they technically would have 3 people in suits, in iron suits.
More suits.
They
Hey,
need
at
more
least-
Keep
suits.
talking. I'm gonna look that up. Boy.
At least people are in suits, like in this one. From here on out, Tony is no longer in a suit after he
Did the
crashes.
did all the budget go to the end? Like, all right, guys, we're gonna put all the budget for the suits at the end. Right now, no suits.
So at this point, he meets up with the kiddo, says, "Hey, go make me a sandwich, bitch." And then go get me a bunch of things. And in order for me to make the Iron Man suit run again, he's like, "Got you, Captain. Whatever you need, I got you." And this is the same area. He starts investigating, like asking around what the fuck happened here. They go to the bomb site. Something about there's only 5 shadows, but 6 people died. And then he's like, "Well, one of them, he didn't have a shadow because he didn't go to heaven or some shit." If you believe that, that's what people say. I don't know.
I'm a kid. What the fuck?
And he wants to find out. So where's this guy? Where's the guy who supposedly planted this bomb? Where's his mom at? Meet up at a bar, and conveniently, she already has a folder of all the info that he needs, ready to go.
Perfect. Perfect.
And she's like, "Wait a minute, you're not the guy I talked to, or you're not the person I'm supposed to be talking to."
Yeah.
And the other henchman number 2 girl, she comes in, goes, "Nah, fuck you. These are my folders." And then they start exploding and doing shit there, but Tony escapes.
With like the weirdest. I don't know. That fight felt weird.
Yeah.
Like-
Tony.
Oh, they are gonna do Armor Wars.
They are.
Yeah. They just showed who the name of the production company is gonna call. So this is why I like Marvel and like little shit that they do, right? So the production company that's doing Armor Wars is called Acid Pop Productions.
Ooh.
Do you guys remember that name?
No, what's that?
Acid Pop. That comes out in the Incredible Hulk movie. That's the name of the soda that Stan Lee drinks.
Oh, the one that basically
killed
killed
Stan Lee.
him with
Yeah, they
gamma ray.
killed him, supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the name of the production company doing Armor Wars. So there's rumors going around that Hulk is gonna be in it.
Hulk.
Cool.
I'm always down for more Hulk. So I'm gonna watch She-Hulk.
Yeah, but anyways, back to the shitty shit.
So we see her doing lots of exploding stuff, and I just don't like these exploding peoples. They're not for me. Their hands burning up stuff that doesn't make. I don't like
And
it.
the CGI looks fucking weird.
Not even the CGI, just their style of being. It's just like I don't know. I never took them seriously as a real threat. The only time I thought there was a real threat is when later when they had Iron Patriot and he's holding on to his stomach, and he's like, it's burning up. Like, oh, you're actually doing something. I can understand what you're doing. Even though, like, later on, you're fucking chopping all these people in half.
Oh, shit. Oh god.
But here, yeah, they get into a fight, and Tony escapes. But the main crony number one, he ends up getting the kid, and Tony tells him, "Hey, remember the thing I told you about bullies?" And they use that little thing they gave him earlier. And they conveniently escape too, and that guy just disappears into the night for some reason. Nothing comes from it. At this point, Tony gets the papers, and he's like, I gotta hack into more information. So he gets into a news van, and fucking meets superfan number one, Tony Stark's number one fan.
I guess, yeah.
It was funny, but it's like, what's going on here? What are we doing?
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, to the point of like, I think it just went on too long. He was like starstruck, and it's like they did like the whole hair thing, and then show off the tattoo, and then did all that. I was like, it was too much in a little bit of time, and then he was gone for the rest of the movie. Tony's like, hey, Tony needs Greg or whatever his name was, and Greg needs Tony or something. Like, I thought that part was funny. And Tony's like, shut the fuck up. Good, go onto the roof. I need more juice, internet juice, so I can hack into this thing easily and figure out and watch these videos about these people that blow up. So they get to, let's see, he finds all this information out. He starts like powering up his Iron Man suit, which isn't getting any power. He starts having like another panic attack, and that's when the kiddo's like, you're a mechanic, right? Why don't you just make something? Okay. So he goes to Home Depot and gets a bunch of things, makes a fake Iron Man wannabe suit with a glove with all the coils and stuff on it.
I guess.
He makes Christmas bombs.
Like it was like Home Alone shit. Like
So at this point, he finds out it's the Mandarin's bases in Miami. He thought it was like all these other places. So he drives down to Miami, and that's when he starts infiltrating, I guess. And he becomes
yeah, you've got the one. So they already got Rhodes because they were trying. Like Rhodes was getting wrong information. So every time you tried to go to capture where the Mandarin was broadcasting, it turns out it wasn't. And like the last one was like a place where they were making men's clothing. And then the last person that walked by, zaps his ass. Which I still don't know how the hell with her hands shook in his hand, like the heat somehow short-circuited the entire suit. Like, was that ever explained?
He can't make calls or anything. Can't call anybody.
I didn't get.
I don't know, man.
I'm like, okay, that knocks you out. Oh, all right. I expect more from the Patriot suit, but fine.
The only part I did like from that is when he's like, "Yeah, you guys are free now if you weren't before." And I'm like, "Yeah, good job." So all that's happening. He gets captured.
And
go for it.
So then so that's when he's at the place getting about to be tortured. Is the same spot where Tony is right now, trying to get
when he becomes when Tony, the man who has no training or nothing, as a super spy. Yeah, he becomes fucking 007 and starts taking everyone out with all his little gadgets, and he uses the thing and throws it away, and then throws a grenade, throws a Christmas grenade, and then takes off inside. And that's when he finds the one true Mandarin inside, Percy.
Oh, God.
So he finds these two girls in bed, and I forgot what his real name was. Trevor Slattery. He comes out, "Ooh, well, whatever you do, just don't go in there for like 20 minutes."
Like, wait, what the fuck is going?
And what's funny is like he starts explaining, "Did you guys know that the fortune cookie isn't Chinese made?" He starts making saying the exact same thing, but just in his way. And then Tony shows up, It starts like, oh, like he's always all flustered and stuff. I like them because I know what's gonna happen. I like them more this time than the first time around, honestly. No? You really like him at all?
No.
You don't like the funny bits of him?
No.
Even though you knew it was gonna happen?
Even more so because I knew it was because it just
Well,
Sorry,
Verzi.
go on.
What's wrong, Verzi?
What was the point? Why would you do that?
He says it later. He needs to stay in the shadows. He needs to be hidden. Killian needs to stay hidden as the Mandarin.
What the hell was his end goal, by the way? Like, I still don't
Power.
like. He captures the president. Was gonna kill him because he had the vice president in his pocket, but there was also something about the East. And what the hell? What was his end game? What did he want? Was it just for more business?
Out of nowhere, he's gonna turn Pepper into one of these super soldiers.
Why?
Because they wanted Tony's help to figure out why people are exploding. Yeah, that's remember he's offering her that Killian's offering him a job.
Oh wait, after he shoots
Well, guess what? There's a position just open. Blam. Like unceremoniously, she just dies.
Yeah, what the fuck? She's finally gonna have a face turn and then dead.
Well, well, pretty much Mandarin. Trevor is giving up all the information to Tony, and one of the cronies shows up behind him and knocks out Tony. He's like, "What did you tell him? Nothing. I didn't tell him anything."
That's right.
Why don't you push the panic button? Well, I panicked and then I handled it. I liked him. I thought he was funny.
There's too much hate there. Too much hate.
So then Stark is being interrogated by these two dudes, and it's gonna come up now. It's gonna show up now, right now. After his watch starts beeping, I thought that went on too long. He's like, now, right now. Okay, now. Then they went to another scene, and he came back. Okay, now for real, this time now. Like, it was just too long. I was like, why is it making this so long? Finally, the chute shows up, and he starts fucking destroying everything. And not even the whole suit, just like some of it, and the rest of it just locked up for some reason.
Oh, about that. So these suits can't break through a wooden door?
No, man.
Wooden barn door?
Nah, man. No. You can't do that.
Like, seriously, what the fuck?
It's like that the door's like shaking because they want to get out. So yeah, finally he suits up. He catches the mask pretty coolly, and then he's finally in Iron Man mode, and the suit has like no power at this point. Iron Patriot finally gets out of the suit. He like Superman punches someone out immediately, and then Killian just breathes fire. He's like, "You breathe fire?" He's like, I think he just gave up. Like,
he's like, "Nah, I'm good.
I'm not fucking with this. I'm not fucking with this. I'm not gonna do this." But somehow they meet up again. I think what's her name already dies. The botanist, because she tricked Pepper without a
bootiness.
It's just Percy's just not happy with any of this right now. Just looking at his face.
Sorry, keep going.
No, it's okay. When you let it out, that's the whole point.
Also, what was? Well, on the side note, I was like, why does this look so familiar? It's because that's the same scene from Bad Boys 2. It's one of the mansions of the drug dealers. The drug dealer.
It's the same mansion.
So the fountain. And I'm like, why does that look? Oh shit, that's from Bad Boys 2. At least that was all right.
There's only one mansion in Miami, apparently.
And there's this old decrepit one.
So Rhodes and Stark get together. They start interrogating Trevor, and he just like nods off at one point. He's like, "Wake up! Oh shit!" You know. And then he starts explaining the plan. He's like, "Yeah, there's something to do with the president. I don't know anything about Pepper." And then, ole, ole. He's all happy with the soccer game.
Oh my god.
It's just random comedy for comedy's sake, Percy. They learned about the whole plan about Air Force One, how they're gonna go capture the president, and on the way there, they're on Mandarin's boat, and they call the vice president, and they tell the vice president, "Yo, the president about to be attacked, and he needs help." And the vice president's like, "All right, cool, no worries, I got this. I'm gonna call right. I'm gonna tell everyone. I'm gonna tell everyone that he needs help." And then it goes over to we see his daughter in a wheelchair.
You're like,
she has a missing
fuck.
leg. No, you're part of the problem. Yeah, because supposedly there's like another super soldier program where it brings your limbs back. That's what's happening to all these people that they had no limbs.
Yeah, like the chick with the red hair that got beat by a microwave. She had no limb, and they grew back.
So then we get I thought the scene in the Air Force One, that was pretty decent when the whole fight up there. Him and the random main henchman number one, they finally get it on, and Tony just straight up murders him. He just blasts him like in the chest. I'm like, holy shit! It's almost just reminds me of when Captain America made that guy go through the fans or through the propellers. Like,
it's background people.
Yeah, but it was like the main henchman that you've been going after this whole time. He fucking like boom, fucking just through the chest, like, and he's like, avoid that or something. He said something to him.
Yeah, like you did a unibeam. Yes.
But then after they set off an explosion and 13 people go flying through the air, and Tony's like, "All right, how many people can I save? Well, you can only carry 4. Ooh, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Everyone's gonna connect by their hands, and I'm gonna shock their hands, and then you can't open them anymore. And I'm gonna go, hey, if you say so. You're gonna tell me that, explain it mid-air while you're falling, I'm gonna accept it as truth. You know, I've never been shocked to the point of not can't open my hand. So Iron Man and these 13 people are flying through the air. They all start grabbing each other and holding on to each other, and they do a nice little dive. They all capture each other and land safely in the water. You know, everything's okay.
Yes.
Nobody died.
Mm-hmm. Because that's how that works.
What? What's the problem?
Just softly on the water. Okay.
There was so much time. They were skydiving from Air Force One, Percy.
Yeah.
And then he saves them and he starts flying away. And out of nowhere, bam! Iron Man gets hit by a truck, and then I'm like, "Oh fuck!" I'm like, everything shatters into pieces because these suits suck. And I'm like, "Holy fuck, he's dead!" Oh right, oh yeah, I forgot. He's not in the suit. Has this weird helmet thing. It's not a helmet. It's just like a visor.
Yeah, somehow you could see through there, and okay.
And yeah, he just told Rhodes I saved everyone, but not the president. They end up taking the president to the secret area where the Exxon gas cruiser liner thing is. They're gonna blow up the president, right?
Sure. Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Percy.
I'm just why?
Why? What? What's the why here? What's the why? Say it.
No, like,
say with your chest.
I don't understand what's going on.
What have I said? Anything that's not true?
No. Now, you're not saying no lies. I'm just saying this film itself it doesn't make any damn sense. There's just everything.
It's a bunch of ideas put in the grinder and then turned into sausage, and then some dude ate it and then took a shit, and then this.
Okay, yep. I accept that. That's exactly what this fucking film is.
It's so good. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It's a sausage turd.
The good thing is that I checked, and it's this, and then Thor, and then those are the only 2 sucky ones.
What's after that?
Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun. So we're at wherever this gas airliner thing, wherever the
some harbor or something.
Yeah, some harbor. they have the president in the Iron Patriot suit hanging. They're gonna burn him to death with oil because he pardoned a bunch of people and nobody got in trouble for the all the oil they spilled at some point or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
but that's the cover story because of the whole being the Mandarin. But in reality, he just does it. He just because he has the vice president in his pocket and he needs to
Yeah.
get rid of him.
So Pepper's at the very top of this thing. She's almost done being treated, and Pepper's abs look amazing. I saw her like, damn girl, what are you doing?
Do those sit-ups.
So it gets to Tony and Rhodes start becoming super secret agent men, and they have a nice little interaction when they're where Rhodes is in front. It's like, all right, what do you want? Tony, or Tony asks, what do you want me to do? All right, I want you to cover my 6, and yeah, cover your 6. And don't shoot me. Like Tony doesn't know what the fuck he's doing in this situation.
He needs a suit.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. Like they started attacking this guy by like a searchlight, and then Tony just went blah blah. He just fucking starts blasting at the.
He unloaded the clip, I think.
And he's like, "You see that? I hit the glass." He's like, "Yeah, you just hit the glass. Like, you didn't hit the bulb." You're like, "Yeah, but nobody can hit the bulb." And Rhodes in one try, bam. And then he starts asking for another. Give me another magazine. I know you have like 5, 6 of them.
Like, you have a different gun. That doesn't work that way. I make weapons for a living. I know what works and what doesn't.
So I think at this point they already called in all the suits, the party protocol or whatever the hell you called it. So they all show up, and they all start surrounding everyone. Which I will say, even though we're giving a lot of shit to all these suits, a lot of these suits do look cool. He has like the big one that stabilizes the big I forgot what they're called, but the
Crane? Zero crane.
yeah, with the crane. He's just like there's like it looks like it's a future suit. I'm just saying, and there's like one like Red Riot or whatever the fuck it's called. But there's a bunch of cool looking suits. Like one that has like jackhammers as hands.
Yeah, but there's also some crappy ones where one that look like they have pincers at the end that look like a crab.
Dude, it's like this dude was really fucking bored, man. Where's the air fryer Iron Man suit?
Where's the smoker suit where you can make it some ribs, some brisket while you're flying?
I know. Like,
Something, dude.
it's sad that the kid had a better idea for a suit than Tony Stark. He's like, why don't you use this stuff so you could cloak yourself? He's like, you know what? That's actually a pretty good idea.
Stupid Iron Lad.
So yeah, we get to the point that Rhodes gets to the president, and so the suits was off, not off the Iron Patriot suit, and Rhodes gets to him somehow and goes beep bop poop onto his hand, and it blasts open the chain.
Well, it's because the suit will only respond to either Tony or Rhodes.
Yeah,
Was
but Rhodes was in the suit, and he wasn't doing anything about it until the president was in the suit. Well, I also reacted to Killian being in the suit.
Oh, that's right. Not Killian, the henchman number 1. How
Cold
did he
blood.
use it?
These suits only work one per person, Percy, according to Tony.
Any that?
The Iron Patriot suit is just the horse suit.
Yeah,
It goes with whoever.
So yeah, the president say, "Hey, you look pretty good in that suit, but I'm gonna need that shit back, dog." And then fucking,
When this movie was in development and I saw the screenshot of the Iron Patriot suit, I was like, "Oh my god, it looks so fucking cool," you know.
the
And
hope
then
you
like, I saw the
had.
movie and I was like, "Oh, you son of a bitch!"
Bamboozled.
Ruined it.
Yeah, at this point, Pepper and Killian, their place gets destroyed because all the Iron Man suits are blowing up everywhere, taking out all these henchmen, and Tony's like moving from suit to suit because they're all like getting destroyed, and
Paper mache suits.
it gets to the point where Tony's trying to save Pepper and she falls and dies, and he does his own little no, okay, all right, that's enough of thinking about Pepper. Time to go.
Where's that botanist?
And Killian's finally going off, and we forgot that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that he just wanted Pepper there to be a trophy, and he's like, I don't want to say this. Like I don't want to say that you're here as my trophy. Let's see. Yeah, before he could save her, a rig collapses around then, and she falls to the platform below because he starts to believe her dead. Starks fighting Killian, but there's a point where he's wearing the suits, and he's like, "Give up! You're pretty much done for." And we've been seeing all these henchmen destroying these suits, cutting them in half, fucking up all these suits, right?
Yep.
So Iron Man in his suit, he's just there on his back, and Killian is gonna like swipe at him, and then he makes like Iron Man makes like a spike scissor thing with one of his
like a claw thing.
Yeah, and his hand gets chopped off. Killian's hand gets chopped off on that. Even though we've been seeing all these suits being destroyed by this power.
Nah, man. Stark got that one suit that's
The OP suit.
indestructible, apparently.
There's so much inconsistency with the suits. It's just sometimes it could be indestructible. Sometimes it just falls apart by itself. Sometimes a car beats it.
Oh, speaking of indestructible suit, you know who might have the most indestructible suit now in the future? That Ironheart, because in the Wakanda Forever trailer, she's fucking building one, right?
Yep.
Using adamantium.
Being an
Not
adamantium,
adamantium, whatever. Vibranium.
a vibranium
Oh,
suit.
a vibranium iron. Oh, yep. That's it's gonna be OP.
Vibranium man.
All right, now back to this stupid shit.
This turn.
It's like it's get excited about future stuff and then go back.
But you got forgot one part, Edgar, where after the part where Rhodes goes, "You look good in that suit, but I want my suit back," right? He just grabs the president. All right, peace out. Good luck. Boom.
Yeah.
Just leaves with the president. Doesn't give a fuck.
Hey,
All right, good luck. Good luck, Tony.
Rhodes is a military man. All right, he has to save the president.
I was gonna say that he has a duty first to
The
to the
job
government.
job comes first.
Straight up, just like good luck. See what happens.
No, I could drop him off probably a couple blocks away and come back. No. We're not gonna do that.
Go all the way to the White House. The long
Yeah,
way.
he's gonna tuck him in and give him a kiss on the forehead and like.
So I think at this point, Pepper's dead, and then Killian's about to kill Tony with more Killian stuff. He starts like breathing fire and does crazy shit. I don't even remember how this fight happens. But out of nowhere, Potts hits him with a pipe, and he goes flying, and then she destroys him somehow.
So there's the point where they're both Tony and all three of them, Tony, Pepper, and Killian are like on the ground, and one of the suits zooms in at Pepper instead of Killian, and Tony's like, no, don't do it. And then she somehow destroys the suit, ends up having the arm of the suit, and flips and blasts Killian. I'm like, she kicks up. I don't know where the hell this bullet or grenade was at. Kicks it at him. She shoots it, and I think that's how he died.
And now he's dead. And
Personal assistant, by the way.
Weapon?
It's supposed to be just a personal assistant.
But no, she knows how to fight now.
Hey,
Yeah.
she's got superpowers, all right. I mean, she even says that was pretty violent, huh? And then he's dead.
Yeah, like wait, what?
So then Pepper and Tony are all like, I did this for you. I was supposed to protect you, and I'm supposed to protect you now. And yeah, but you stop all your suits. Yeah, do I? And pretty much says, fuck that, and starts destroying all the suits. And they all start exploding like fireworks easily because he ordered it for Jarvis. And the Vice President and Slatterly are arrested. And he's actually like pretty cool about it. Like when fake Mandarin is walking to the getting all the flashlights, he's like all happy about it. Like he's getting recognized. Yeah. With Stark's help, Pepper Potts' extremis effects are stabilized, and Stark promises to scale back his life as Iron Man. He gets surgery, finally removing that shrapnel near his heart, which I completely forgot was a thing that he still had. Like they didn't mention it at all until that point that he still has the shrapnel.
It was for memories. He just had it in there. I mean, you would think that by now he would have just taken it out, right? But I don't.
But no.
Stupid.
This thing that could kill me if for any reason the freaking thing is damaged. But no, let's
never
keep those
mind,
short.
multi-billionaire science dude building all this shit, but I don't want to take this out because
So he gets the surgery, takes off all the shrapnel, makes a necklace for Pepper. Here, you take the shit that was killing me and put it on your neck. And then he throws his old chest arc reactor into the sea, picks up a little screwdriver and goes, all right, that's a day's work, guys. Something, I am Iron Man. Credits. And then he's explaining this all to the Hulk. And the Hulk fell asleep because he knew it was a bad movie. All right.
The Hulk was everybody in the theater.
Yep. Oh, wait, it's over. Oh.
All right, yeah. Shit.
And like, I like what they were trying to do with it, right? I like that, like, oh, this is showing what happened to Tony after the Avengers, after, you know, getting sucked into a wormhole and coming out and being traumatized for all this shit, and it's just like you guys are saying, just too many things to really make sense of any of this. It's fake Mandarin going around, like the scenes of the Mandarin, of him being the terrorist dude. I thought they were great. I thought they were like, when they were showing out everything that he was supposedly doing. And when he was being, and I am the Mandarin, and I will do all these things, and I thought that those scenes were really good. It's not until the turn of when the Mandarin turns, it's a Trevor, like, oh, did you guys know that the guy's all like happy? Not until that part was like, it turns like really weird. Yeah, Percy.
No, just this.
You gotta say something. There's things to say.
Look,
there's things that you like. There's things you didn't like. There's things that.
There's a lot of things I didn't like. Oh, let's do the few things I did like.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing.
The ending.
The ending. the seeing the Hulk. Not even the Hulk. Seeing Bruce. Fuck. What did I? So I really hated how the fucking extremist people look. Like, to me, like the whole trying to zoom in and like you can see the bones, and somehow like they're like if you had a light inside. Like, I hate how that looked, and when they would show their face, like it really felt really low CGI.
What it looked like Electro in the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes.
Just
same garbage.
Just the red version.
Just
like he was the blue version, he was
blue,
the
and
red.
the others were yellow.
Yeah. Oh, God. You're right. I did like the fact that Rhodes was like the relationship with Tony actually seemed natural, and actually the little banter back and forth. Okay, I believe you guys are friends. Unlike in Iron Man 2, I'm like, yeah, this is forced.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that they showed the mansion from Bad Boys 2. I don't have much positive things to say about this film.
Yeah, there wasn't like a big fight scene, you know, like in Iron Man 2, like at the very end when Iron Man and War Machine are fighting off all the drones and they're going back and forth.
Yeah, well, I guess the big fight scene is this dude fucking destroying all the Iron Man suits with like one punch and shit.
Yeah, but this is just showing off all these different Iron Man suits and they could do different things.
That was it. It was just showing off the suits and then getting destroyed. All that work.
And it, like I said, like this movie makes fun of itself a lot. Like we know that these suits aren't that great, and there's a point where the prodigal son returns when that last Iron Man suit is like it's finally showing up and it crashes onto that bar and everything just falls apart. I'm like, well, that's that. Fuck it, you know, like even they know like the suits aren't great because like we said, like, this is the 42nd, 43rd suit that they're making in like a short amount of time.
And he never listens to Jarvis. Every time Jarvis is like, "Hey, we should really do like a test or nah, just go."
No, what? First of all, fuck you, Jarvis. You forgot to turn on the fucking
Security.
yeah. So I'm not listening to Jarvis. Fuck him.
Oof. Just
Oof, what a rough movie, huh?
It's right there with the Hulk. Ugh.
Oh, next week is gonna be the same thing.
God.
The Thor 2 is one of those I haven't seen in forever, so it's gonna be interesting when we go through that one.
Yeah, I only seen it once before. That was at the movie theater, and I was like, oh man.
When they came out, I'd be like, "Wow, this is
I think I was at the point, honestly, after Thor, well, after this one and then Thor, I was like, oh man, they're losing grip. Like they're probably over their heads now. Like, what the fuck are they doing? But then they redeemed themselves. But yeah, this one, it's just like you would think that this movie wouldn't drag with so much going on, but it fucking lingers and drags so much.
Yep.
Fucking parts, dude. And it's like, how can this even be possible? And you have Iron Patriot, you have this going on, you have all this stuff, but like, fuck, man, all those scenes with the little kid are like, oh my god, like just punch him or something, dude.
Talk about
And
the
then
little...
like,
Go for
and
it.
then like the movie ends, and then it's like, they don't even mention him or like, oh, who helped you? Oh, this little kid. No, it's just like, oh, it's just some random kid. I just fucking left him. Just left him a little fucking helmet.
Like he had his funny scenes being the little kid. It's like when he said, "Yeah, my dad left for lottery tickets and he must have won because he never came back."
Yeah, that was funny.
And when he was trying to use the emotion, "You're gonna leave me here just like my dad." It was worth a shot. I'm glad they didn't succumb to it. Like, yeah, I'll take you out of this place. Like, he still has his mom there. Like,
That's fucking dumb.
Let's get to the rating.
You guys ready? You guys ready to do this?
Yeah.
Don't sound so excited, Percy.
just put twos all across.
Oh, God. Here we go. Let's go with... Ooh, I gotta do one more thing. View, freeze, up to column C. All right, let's start with our categories. We're rating these 1 out of 10, and there's 10 categories. Let's go with story. Was it coherent? Did it make sense? Were things happening? Percy, what do you feel about this before you give me your number?
There was a story that didn't like make any sense. I still don't know what Killian's endgame was. They had potential and they squandered it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Serge, what you got? What'd you feel about the story?
Yeah, like Percy said, there's a story inside like multiple stories that make no fucking sense. So yeah, that's the fucking story.
Yeah, the way I see it is like Iron Man struggling with his PTSD and everything that happened with after New York and stuff like that. Like, it's interesting to go through that, right? What would happen if a superhero has all this shit going with him? Except it just wasn't done right. It feels like he was dealing with it.
It feels like they started. Yeah, it feels like they just started with that, and then like halfway, you just like, oh, forgets about it, or like, I mean, if they could have like have him like have panic attacks when he was like
when he was
every
actually
once in a while through the movie, or he's still dealing with that stuff, and like he's not really gonna let it go and like stuff like that, right? It's gonna hinder him, but it doesn't. Like it's just like, oh man, I'm like freaking out, and then like, oh, all right, well that was that.
It happened at unimportant times. Like it happened with the kid. It happened when he was talking to Rhodes. It happened when the suit wasn't working. But it was never like in the middle of something when he's actually going through some shit and going, "Fuck, what am I gonna do?" It never affected him at those points.
Yeah, like when he's raiding the mansion, right?
He's
at
fucking
some point. I think they're shooting at him, right? You wouldn't think like,
oh fuck,
that would trigger something.
Doing? Yeah.
Or even at the end, like Pepper could have they could have still had Pepper save him, or she take the kill shot, right? But have him like having a panic attack then trying to take off the suit or something. It's just like,
Pepper
when you-
dies, and he doesn't give a shit.
yeah, so you would think that things that trigger him, then it would happen. Now when he's just chilling, trying to
Mm.
build something with the little kid or talking to Rhodes, like I don't know. It's just like I'm telling you, the story is there. It's just like it's in the wrong places, and it's like too much shit going on.
Yeah. Well, who wants to throw out a number?
And I'll give
4.
it a.
All
I
right,
was
Percy
about
with
to
the
say
4. Serge with the 4. And 4, 5, 4, 5. Yeah, yeah. I was 3. Nah, the story there. It was it's more of like lost potential, right?
Yeah.
Action fighting sequences, little to none, and none that were memorable.
So the fight scenes were in Tennessee when the chick gets defeated by a microwave.
Mm-hmm.
There's the fight scene on Air Force One.
Mm-hmm.
There's also the fight scene when somehow Tony becomes a spy and just starts raiding the mansion.
Yeah,
And
dude becomes Go-Go Gadget and shit.
and then the final scene, them battling on the boat.
The last scene where
And-
everything destroying each other and things like that, and I liked what the suits were when they were in action. You know, they were fucking up those things, the extremists or whatever. But they were
Yeah.
we've been saying this whole time. They've been falling apart. But there was no like, you know, in Iron Man 1 when we see him like take out a village, and he's like, "Fuck yeah, fuck this! Like this is awesome." They were having
Yeah, dude throws
They
a
were-
rocket and turns his back to it and it explodes, and you're like, oh yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
That's what I want to see.
USA. They had dogfights
Even
with
even
the
the,
two jets
scene
and
where
shit.
yeah, even like in the first one, the scene where he gets the fursuit when he comes out of the cave and he's just like fucking bulldozing through everything. He's like,
Yeah.
do. Yeah,
There- there's nothing memorable about this movie. I would throw it out there.
I'm gonna put a 6.
I'm like a 3 right there.
Oh, wow. I, it's funny, Serge. I also put it as a 6.
I put a 6 just because of the last scene and all the suits.
Yeah.
And seeing all those suits, I was like, I remember enjoying that part because like, oh, it's that suit.
The-
And like the explosions and stuff is cool. Like the rockets and the house getting blown up was cool. And so, but there's no like, there's not even a 1v1 fight or there is, but it's not like it's just like missing something. So yeah, I'll put a 6.
the 3 is for the last scene. Everything else was like not that great to me. There was just nothing there. It was nothing to keep me attached to. Like, ooh, I'm ready for the next fight scene. You know, after a scene, you're like, whoo, you just take like you have to like take a breather. It was none of that.
Stretch real quick.
Yeah.
Whew.
Visual CGI, nothing to really complain about. Besides for the enemies.
Yeah, the enemies were bad. There was like I think I wrote down where one of the scenes with the new suit, like it just felt a little weird. Well, when after you finish attaching all the new way of attaching the suit in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, there's like a little bit. I'm like, it looks a little weird. But all in all, nothing really took me out, so I gave it a 6.
Yeah. I
Give
can't
it a
think.
5.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that was too bad. Just not like nothing. Me and go like, what's going on? Besides like the enemies going super hot. Wrong one. Whoa. Performance. Let's see. Robert Downey Jr. being Robert Downey. Who was Killian? Who was that actor?
Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce.
He was okay for him, no? Like for being the bad guy, but like he didn't have he did what he could with what he had, you know?
What they gave him.
Yeah. Like when he was being like super suave guy with he was showing off his brain and being all cool with Pepper. I liked him. There. He was like, oh, this is someone that could keep up with Tony.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and Ben Kingsley was good at the Mandarin for what they gave him.
Yeah.
Because
I think
when
a
they
lot
give
of
him
it
this,
is like a lot of them are just good. a lot of them are good performances in spite of the movie being so fucking dog
Yeah.
shit.
It's like what could have been.
You can only do so much with crap, all right?
I'm gonna put a 7 performance.
7. Yeah, and Percy.
I'm at 6, but I could go up with a 7.
So where you going? Where you going?
Let's go with
Look,
6.
6.
4 points out of the 7 is just because of Ben Kingsley.
Yeah, like those broadcasts that he was doing were great. You know, Killian did a great job producing them. You know,
Yeah.
it reminds me like go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, all those segments of him as the Mandarin, like at the end of the movie, if they would have came out and said like, "Oh, he really was a Mandarin," you would have been like, "Oh yeah, I believe that,"
Yeah.
instead of just being like, "Oh, Killian is the real Mandarin." Oh, this fucking stupid shit.
Get out of here.
He could have just been, you know, like how we thought like the whole movie was gonna be of him being the second in command to the Mandarin, and it would have been great.
Yeah.
Well, not great, but it would have been decent.
Would have been tolerable.
Performance, yeah. Ben Kingsley was half great. Tony was pretty good as at being Tony again. You know,
Yeah.
I just do miss like. We just coming off Avengers Tony. I feel Avengers Tony was so good that it's just like seeing him like this is like, oh Tony, what's going on? Why are you so sad? Who hurt you? What alien gave you depression? Yeah, I think I'm more on the Percy side with 6. And like Serge, like 5 of those points are Ben Kingsley. Music scored. There was a bunch of like, I don't know how to describe it, but like when when these are being like suspenseful, like dun 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 dun, like when he was drowning, and it's like it just becomes like those really like those sharp like goes and stops dun 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 dun.
It reminds me, I forgot which game, but I remember playing a video game where the danger music was like dun 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 dun, like just like they're all over the place. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, but I'll fucking put a 4 on this bitch.
Yeah, there was no real like Iron Man theme. We're just coming off of the Avengers, like not Avengers. Fuck, was it? Dun 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 dun.
There was no damn dude, and the first one is so good that there's no scene like when he peeks over the hill and then like in your head you're instantly like thinking of the Black Sabbath song,
Yeah.
There's nothing like that in this movie when you're like, oh, that movie makes the fucking scene cool as fuck.
I'm going with the 3. It was just not. It was there, but it was like, 4.
That's not happening, dog.
It was not enough for me, What do you guys got?
Yeah, I had it at 4.
4, I put 4.
Look at that. Villains. We got Killian. We got the Blast people. We got the Vice Presidents. We got Mandarin. Yeah, I put the Vice President before Mandarin. You hear that? What is that?
You got Cold Blood.
Cold Blood?
You guys are calling him henchman number 1, huh?
His real name Cold Blood? Or his comic book name?
Yeah.
God. Give villains names, damn it. Like Mandarin wasn't called Mandarin, or Killian wasn't called Mandarin until like the very end with his dragon tattoos that were glowing.
So fucking dumb.
Ugh.
Yeah, again, motivation is Tony fucked me over one time because he left me on the roof, so now I must kill everything.
Yeah, it's like, damn, dude, you're really holding a
big jump.
Yeah.
And I will take Pepper as my trophy.
I put a 5, and honestly, 3 of those 5 points are because of the Mandarin fucking
Ben.
segments. Yeah.
Ben is just so good as the voiceover guy, right?
Yeah.
I have it as 4.
4.
Yeah. The potential was there, and they squandered it.
I'm there. I'm there in between you guys. 554.
Okay.
Cinematography, nothing outrageous, nothing too crazy happened. I feel.
Yeah, there was not like a shot where you'd be like, "Oh man, that looks fucking cool."
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I guess the biggest shot would be the one when the people are falling through the sky and they're picking them up.
Yeah, that's probably like the most
Yeah.
like enjoyable scene. As like, oh shit, look at that! Oh fuck, they're going. Oh, there's almost there.
I'll
Like-
put a 6.
CX. I'll put a 5. It was normal, nothing, nothing too positive, nothing too negative.
Yeah, I would have 6.
Thinking that I'm going to a 4 villain. just thinking about it like that, it was like
I was 6. 6.
6. Enjoyment. I had to watch this movie like 2-3 times in like parts. It's like I watched like the first like 30-45 minutes, then I watched like the second like 30-45 minutes, and then I watched like the third 34-35 minutes. Like I kept on watching it by parts because it's like it just wasn't keeping my attention, and was like it wasn't again going back to Avengers. It wasn't like, ooh, let me watch this again right now. Like
Yeah.
Avengers was so much fun, and then going to this, like this hurts.
Dude, I had to rewind it on a couple spots because I would not just get up and go somewhere, get some water, be like, oh fuck, whoops. Back.
Completely forgot that guy.
was-
You're watching a movie.
Yeah.
I was on my phone half of the time.
I put it down as a 4. It was just no joy. There's no joy.
I'll give it a 3. It's like really nothing. And all those points are Ben Kingsley.
And like and Ben Kingsley, what 3-4 minutes of him over voicing something, if that. What you got, Percy?
Yeah.
4. Just ugh. That's being generous.
Marvel Impact. How much does this matter overall? They were talking about a bunch of Avengers stuff.
I almost put 0 out of spite.
Nah,
But
nah.
there are some. I actually I put 4 mostly because there is like some things that happen here that get referenced later, but not much. Like we don't hear about extremists anymore. I don't remember.
Nothing
But-
about the Kid Iron Lad, if they're gonna use him or not.
Yep.
Nothing
only-
about AIM. Nothing about Killian. Nothing. There's all the suits are gone. Nothing about Iron Patriot suit.
Yeah, you went back to War
Went
Machine,
to
right?
War Machine. Yeah.
Only thing I will say is that when Tony does have that PTSD and all that stuff, it does impact the reason for him to want to make Ultron in the future.
Ooh.
That's the only thing I will say. But because everything else,
So that is an impact.
everything else is like doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's why I give it a 2.
I had it as a 4, and now with that, you're right. Because it does have that impact with Ultron.
And like they are talking about stuff that happened in Avengers. They talk about ever since that big guy with the hammer came down, rebel.
I would give it a 4, but we can't talk spoilies, so I'll just give it 2 for the reason why Tony does things in the future.
You know what? You're right too, Serge. I'm gonna give it just a 3. Just oof, these numbers. Look at these low numbers.
I had it as a 4, and I'll keep it as a 4.
What's gonna be funny is seeing Slunk's numbers pop up right now too, because they're in here. And overall, put all these numbers together and put all your feelings into one single number. Where do you want to put that number? You just internalize all
4.
that hate and all that love that you have for this movie, Percy, and then just
I'll
throw
put
it
it a
out.
4.
That's a 4 out of 10 for you. I will give it, yeah, 4 sounds about right. It's not recommended. 5 is at least watchable. 4 is like, I got through that
Yeah,
one.
you know what? You're right. I had it at a 5. Just that I'm like, it's just because it's Iron Man and giving the benefit. No, yeah, 4.
4 is overall.
4 is overall.
All right. So
'Cause
first thing.
especially-
Oh,
Oh, especially because the way you put it, like at least the 5's like, all right, I could watch you again, like, and then 4, like, I can't even get through it.
Yeah, there's like too many things lacking over what's in it. Like, yeah, the PTSD gives you a reason for what Tony does in the future, and then with Trevor Flattery, there's something in the future too, right? And that's pretty
Mhm.
much what they give you out of this movie. But it's like the movie is missing a coherent story.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things that they never mention going on in this fucking movie. Like Pepper too, like she going through the extremist thing, and they never bring that up again. So she's just like,
and you're
gone?
fixed.
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, dude, so like the music sucks ass. Like there's no real big fight, memorable fight. There's like too many things lacking for it to be like, yeah, I'll watch it again. Or like, oh, this one makes a good starter of that phase, but it's just they start off so bad at this phase, man.
And now we've completed ours. Slunk gave his numbers earlier. I just you guys ready to see those things, huh?
Sure.
Oh, he's,
Look at
yeah.
this. Look at
What?
what Slunk did.
He gave it a 7?
His stories Slunk 7.
Oh.
Story
Ooh, Slunk.
fighting 6.
Oh man, did he watch the right movie?
Visuals 8. Performance
8?
7.
What? Oh my
Music
god.
7. Villain 4.
What is?
Cinematography
These are fake.
7.
You watched a different film. You watched a different film.
Enjoyment 8.
Oh man, was he fucking drunk or something?
Impact 4.
Was
Overall
San Diego Slunk?
7. These are interesting numbers from Slunk, honestly. I wish he was
What
here.
the-
I really wish he was here.
I want.
Compared
Yeah, I
to,
want him to
like-
defend this. How could you defend this?
You have to
So then
put a note on this and ask him next week because this is.
and then we
Like-
got go ahead.
I was gonna say it's a huge difference from our three, like all three of us, our numbers to his.
Jesus.
I really want to know what happened. And now here are the numbers all combined. These are supposed to be out of 100. We had 10 categories. And boop. Oh, the lies.
Oh, Slunk really skewed that, huh?
What did I do? What did I do?
Slunk fuck this up.
Here, we gotta do things now.
4, 4, 7, 4 overall.
How do you have it as a 7? Like honestly,
The one that looks really weird is the enjoyment one because it's 4, 3, 8, 4.
like, how do you find enjoyment in this film? Honestly,
I forgot how to do this.
Trying-
Trying to add up all the numbers.
just put like a function inside when you already highlighted it.
It's
So you
boop.
click on it, and then inside there.
All right, we'll just do this. Copy. No. And
I
then
do this
you
at
are-
work, but I'm off the clock.
It's okay. B7 and 7. Bam. And then bold. And then 24. Close enough. So it got me at 42, Serge at 46, Slunk at 65,
65.
Percy at 48. So now, got our overall totals. I don't think this is correct either. 50.2?
No, because it's
Oh, maybe.
it's-
N6 to N9? Yeah, maybe. I think that's correct.
oh shit!
It's 50.2.
Wow.
Go back over here. That means, ooh-wee, ooh-wee.
It's still not as big as a turd as the Incredible Hulk.
Ooh-wee.
I wonder if
God.
anyone can beat Incredible.
I don't think so, man. That was such a turd.
Ah, look at that. Oh, you can't even see it on screen. Then, we need a way to show this.
Ooh, gonna start
Start.
shrinking it.
Boop, boop. No, can't do
Look
that.
at that. Look at that.
And it's here's our new rankings at number 7, The Incredible Hulk. Number 6, Iron Man 3. Number 5, Thor. Number 4, Iron Man 2. Number 3, Captain America. Number 2, Iron Man. Number 1, The Avengers.
Ooh.
So now we prepare for next week, guys.
Oh God, I don't know. The next week's film from might dethrone Incredible Hulk as the worst film.
I don't know. We say that a lot, but there might be some stuff in there we don't remember. I remember seeing it in theaters and nothing is in my mind right now about what happened in Thor 2.
So, only thing in my mind was a weird goo inside of Jane. I think there were some type of metal sticks.
Dude,
That-
I don't remember who the villain is.
Yeah, the
I
big
don't
baddie.
remember. I don't remember what they were fighting for. I don't remember who's in it. I don't remember how long it is. I don't remember nothing. I literally just know that they had the red Infinity Stone, and that was because of Endgame
Yeah.
and Love and Thunder. That's it.
It's not in the movie.
Yeah, I seriously. Oh, and Loki's in it. That's it.
And it's the only saving grace, right?
I don't remember if they're on Earth.
I think Loki's gonna end up being the Ben Kingsley of that movie too. Like the only redeeming good part of it.
And that's it. That's it, boyos. We did it. We completed another week. That's 7 weeks in a row. And then where is this thing? It's not over here? What's this?
I don't see it.
Oh yeah, look at this. I haven't seen this in a minute.
So that's how we had. That's how we ranked it.
Look, we put Iron Man 3 under Incredible Hulk. We thought Iron Man 3 was worse than it. Hey, they had a nice little battle though.
Yeah, they did.
But
also, I guess remember Incredible Hulk was so much in the past. I think all of us didn't really remember it as much since Iron Man was closer.
I also think that if Slug didn't have his score, it would have been lower.
Ooh, you know what? You're right. You're right.
Iron Man 3 is only 6 points
Yeah.
over an Incredible Hulk.
Justice for Iron Man, Justice for Hulk. But look, we're in that area of the terribleness. Thor: Dark World is super last. But we'll see. We'll see in the future.
We'll see.
And with that ends everything we're going on here. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific. And glad everyone was here to have a good time.
Woo! Thank you.
Thank you, Serge, for joining, giving us your score.
No problem.
Thank you for suffering with us.
No problem.
Yeah, at least I didn't suffer alone.
I joined at the wrong time.
Look at all these
You
bangers
just
you
missed
missed out.
great Avengers, Iron Man 1, Captain America.
I think
It's gonna start getting good. I believe so.
we just gotta suffer one
Really
more
good.
movie, and then it's nothing but uphill. You know, it's nothing but we're just climbing
Yeah,
this
'cause
mountain.
Yeah, because it's Captain, Guardians, Avengers. Even though that one's kind of iffy. Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go next 5. We got Thor: Dark World, Captain America: Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers: Age of Ultron. And I think that's the end of Phase 2. Age of Ultron.
Yes. Yeah, every Avenger movie is the end of
Yeah.
phase.
Da-da-dun, 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 da-da-dun. I just want to hear that theme song again. That's all I want to hear. All right, everybody. Hasta luego.
Bye.
Bye.
Da-da-dun, 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 da-da-dun.
Life is good. Life is good.